There's a funny thing that happens when you talk to Porsche GT owners. It doesn't matter if they're standing next to a GT3, a GT3 RS, or even an older GT car that looks like it's lived a hard life. Ask them what they're buying next, and instead of naming another brand, they pause, smile, and say, another Porsche. Not a Ferrari, not a Lamborghini, not the latest hypercar flex, just another Porsche. And that's not loyalty out of habit. That's loyalty earned the hard way. Because here's the truth nobody likes to admit out loud. Porsche GT cars ruin you. Once you've lived with one, driven one hard, and felt what it's actually about, switching brands doesn't feel like an upgrade. It feels like a downgrade. And it all starts the moment you press that start button. A Porsche GT doesn't wake up like other supercars. There's no dramatic light show or fake theater. The engine just snaps to life. Loud, mechanical, almost angry, like it's reminding you this car wasn't built to impress your neighbors. It was built to be driven. Hard. The steering wheel vibrates slightly in your hands. The clutch feels heavy but honest. Every input feels connected to something real, not filtered through layers of software pretending to be emotion. That's the first trap. GT owners realize they're not driving a product. They're driving a machine. Most high-end performance cars today are insanely fast, but they're also insanely insulated. They think for you. They smooth out your mistakes. They protect your ego. Porsche GT cars don't do that. They reward skill and expose laziness. If your line is sloppy, the car lets you know. If your braking point is late, you feel it immediately. And if you get it right, the payoff is addicting in a way numbers on a spec sheet could never explain. That connection becomes personal. GT owners don't talk about horsepower first. They talk about steering feel, pedal placement, the way the rear end talks to you mid-corner, the sound of the engine climbing toward redline without turbos muting the drama. It's a relationship built on trust, not hype. And once you experience that, other cars start to feel numb. Another reason GT owners don't switch brands is that Porsche refuses to chase trends. While everyone else is slapping screens everywhere, adding fake engine noise, and turning cars into rolling tech demos, Porsche GT cars stay stubborn. Physical buttons. Real feedback. No gimmicks. No fake flames. No look at me energy. It's confidence without noise. That matters more than people think. When you buy a GT car, you're buying into a philosophy that hasn't changed just because Instagram did. Porsche doesn't build GT cars to dominate drag races or win spec wars. They build them to dominate laps. Consistency, endurance, repeatability. A GT3 can get beaten in a straight line, sure, but put it on a track for hours, and suddenly everyone else is overheating, cooking brakes, or pulling into the pits. The Porsche? Still hunting apexes like it's bored. That reliability creates trust, and trust creates loyalty. GT owners also know something outsiders don't. Porsche respects the driver. The car doesn't try to steal credit. When you nail a corner, it feels like you did it, not the computer. That's a huge deal. A lot of fast cars make everyone feel like a hero. GT cars make you earn it. And when you earn it, it sticks with you. Then there's the ownership experience nobody brags about, but everyone appreciates. GT cars actually get driven. They're not garage queens by default. They start. They run. They don't throw tantrums every time you push them. You don't feel like you're walking on eggshells just to enjoy what you paid for. Maintenance isn't cheap, but it's predictable. The car doesn't punish you for using it the way it was designed to be used. That creates confidence. And confidence is dangerous because it leads to memories. Track days, early morning canyon runs, late night drives with the windows down just to hear the engine breathe. Those moments bond people to cars in ways marketing never could. By the time a GT owner considers another brand, they're not comparing cars anymore. They're comparing experiences. And most brands can't compete there. There's also the community. GT owners aren't chasing clout. They're chasing seat time. You'll see GT cars parked next to each other, owners swapping stories about tires, setups, lap times, and mistakes they made. No flexing, no ego wars, just respect. That kind of culture makes people feel like they belong, not like they're performing. And once you feel that, leaving feels weird. Another thing that keeps GT owners loyal is how Porsche evolves without erasing the past. A modern GT3 still feels connected to the one that came before it. Same DNA, same priorities, same soul. You don't feel like Porsche abandoned what made the car special just to appeal to a new audience. That continuity builds trust over decades, not just model cycles. Other brands reinvent themselves every few years. Porsche refines. That difference matters. Ask a GT owner what their dream upgrade is, and they'll usually name another GT car. Maybe newer, maybe rarer, maybe lighter, but still a Porsche. Because the brand already delivered on the hardest promise in the car world, making a driver feel involved, respected, and excited every single time they get behind the wheel. That's why GT owners don't switch brands. Not because Porsche is perfect, not because other cars aren't fast, but because once you've experienced a car that talks to you, challenges you, and rewards you honestly, everything else feels like it's trying too hard. And when a car stops feeling like a product and starts feeling like a partner, you don't replace it. You stay.